Jinshi is a man full of secrets, with a past so mysterious that even he doesn't know the truth. Raised in the royal palace, he is believed to be the son of a powerful empress, but his real story is far from what anyone thinks. So, how did this secret stay hidden for so long? Who is Jinshi really? Who are his real parents? Why does he hide behind the title of a eunuch? And what truth has been kept from even him? In this video, I'll explain everything about Jinshi in detail. You will understand everything by the end. So, let's begin. To understand Jinshi's truth, we have to go back to the beginning. The story starts not with Jinshi, but with a woman who shaped an entire empire, the Empress Regnant. She was the real ruler behind the throne. Even though her son was officially the emperor, she made the decisions. She was ruthless, strategic, bold when needed. Her power reshaped the royal family and also led indirectly to Jinshi's tragic origin. The Empress Regnant's son was a weak and fearful man. He wasn't born to be king. His brothers all died in a plague, leaving him next in line. But this emperor feared older women. That's why his relationships were often with very young girls, which is disturbing but unfortunately not uncommon in his era. Two women became pregnant from his affairs: Lady Anshi, a noble consort who later became the Dowager Empress, and Tai-ho, a young attendant accused of having an affair with a court physician. This is where the royal family splits into two bloodlines. Lady Anshi gives birth to the current emperor Yang and one more son later. We'll get to him later. With Tai-ho, the former emperor has an illegitimate daughter. Her birth was pinned on the court physician, and both the child and the court physician were banished afterward. That daughter later became the first wife of Shishu, the prime minister of Li, and they had a daughter, Suire. After that, Shishu married Shenmei, who then gave birth to Lolan. Lolan then entered the imperial harem as a replacement for Ah-Duo and has become a chief consort of the current emperor. Now, years later, Lady Anshi, mother of the current emperor, and Ah-Duo, a high-ranking consort of the same emperor, both gives birth to their respective sons at the same time, but with severe complications. The woman was ordered to prioritize assisting Lady Anshi, leaving Ah-Duo without proper medical care. Barely survives childbirth, her uterus collapses, ending her ability to bear more children. What happens next is one of the most dangerous and heartbreaking acts in the story. Both Lady Ah-Duo and Lady Anshi secretly swap their sons. Lady Ah-Duo's motivation was to ensure her own son would receive priority medical care and protection, which she feared would not happen if he remained her child. Given the palace hierarchy, he initiated or at least strongly supported the swap for his safety and future. On the other hand, Anshi's motivation was rooted in her emotional trauma and postpartum depression. She struggled to love her own son due to the circumstances of his conception, but found herself able to care for Ah-Duo's child instead. From this moment forward, Jinshi, Ah-Duo's biological son, is raised as Lady Anshi's child, and Anshi's real son is raised under Ah-Duo's name. Everyone in the palace believes that the weaker woman, Ah-Duo, gave birth to the son who would later die, but that's not the truth. The baby being raised by Ah-Duo died from ingesting honey made from a poisonous flower. At the time, honey was sometimes given to infants as a sweetener, but certain types of honey can contain toxins dangerous to babies. In this case, the honey proved fatal and the court believes Ah-Duo's son has died, where in reality, the child who dies is Anshi's biological son. The true son of Ah-Duo, Jinshi, survives, but from this point on, he is known to the world as the son of Lady Anshi. And here's where it gets even more intense. To protect him further, Jinshi is presented as a eunuch. He never undergoes the actual procedure, which is to remove his own testicles. Because in the world of palace politics, being a eunuch makes him non-threatening to powerful men and consorts. It hides his true bloodline and avoids suspicion about his legitimacy. But Jinshi is actually a legitimate prince. He is the biological son of a royal consort. He has a direct claim to the throne, and the only reason he is alive today is because of a desperate, heartbreaking decision made by his real mother. Jinshi grows up unaware of the baby swap, or who his real mother is. He believes Lady Anshi is his real mother. Ah-Duo, who mourned for a baby that wasn't biologically hers, steps back into the shadows. Lady Anshi, meanwhile, raises Jinshi with strict protection, perhaps haunted by her trauma and guilt. Jinshi is polished, elegant, charming, everything a royal should be. But deep down, his identity is built on a lie. This is why Jinshi is so heavily guarded, so isolated, because the truth, if revealed, could shake the palace to its core. Now imagine this: Maomao, a commoner with a sharp mind and zero political ambition, finds herself entangled with this man. Will she ever learn the truth? Will Jinshi ever tell her? And if he does, will their relationship survive the weight of a royal scandal? One thing is certain: Jinshi is not who he seems, and his secret might just change the fate of the empire. And that's the entire truth behind Jinshi. His life is shaped by secrets and sacrifices. Now that you know where he came from, maybe you will see him a little differently behind that smile, that damn smile.